You also did a book on the inside of UAPs. Is there any, I mean, there's all types of different ones that we've seen from the outside, but what are the common things that we might see from people who have claimed to see the inside of UAPs or UFOs?
Yeah, the reports on this are very consistent. In most cases, people will describe certain details that are reported over and over again. 80, 90% of what people tell me, I can pretty much expect to hear it, which would be primarily rounded walls. By that I mean they're straight but curve into the ceiling and curve into the floor. All one seam, no seams, just one piece. No rivets, nothing like this. Very smooth walls. Not necessarily, metal hard, but sometimes they will describe them as being almost spongy a little bit, like dolphin skin. Others will report very, very smooth walls, almost always very clean and spotless, very little in the way of levers or buttons or furniture of any kind, very, very sparse, and stuff, when you need it, comes actually out of the walls. This is how advanced these things are. It's They're living beings, as we might think of it, embodied, these craft. This is how advanced they are. Indirect lighting. Very rarely has ever anyone seen what we would call a lamp or a light. The light just seems ambient everywhere. Most people will describe either being laid out on a table or just as often more like a dentist chair. That's very consistent. Another thing that's pretty consistent is people will describe a craft that's, say, 20 feet, 30 feet from the outside. Going inside, it's much larger, multiple rooms. So this just goes to speak to how advanced the ETs are, their ability to sort of manipulate space-time in ways that we don't fully understand. There's all kinds of little details that I kind of look for to test the authenticity of a person's testimony. These days it's getting more difficult because a lot of this stuff is out in the public arena, but there's a few I keep close to my chest. So, because when people describe it, I'm like, wow, here we go again. This is a very rare detail which a lot of people don't know about.